Hey y'all, it's your girl Cass. Welcome to my page, my channel. If this stops again, I'm just not gonna come on because maybe that spirit just telling me I need to rest. But we'll see. It's your girl Cass. If I didn't say that already, welcome. And it's funny because I almost didn't come on today, so I don't know if that's a sign. But I'm just going to say what I have to say, and then I'm going to get off. I'm not going to stay on too long. I'll just say this. For anybody who goes to readers, mediums, whoever does the spiritual work, all I will say is the message that you receive is for you. But don't think that if you are also given guidance and steps to do in order for whatever the message or whatever is coming for you to manifest, you'd have to take those steps and guidance and do the work. It's just like manifestation. You can say that you want certain things, but if action is not put behind it, I don't know how you can expect it to manifest. It's still there for you because what is yours will always be yours. But if there's no action put behind it, you can't expect to see the manifestation come to light without actually doing the work. Okay? So that could be like you have somebody that's coming into your life soon, but if you ended up like not doing things that shows self-love, self-respect, you may miss those opportunities, or it takes you longer to get to whatever it is that is for you to receive it because you haven't done the work in order for you to obtain those things, right? And that doesn't mean just for the good things, okay? Because my sister said something today and it really stuck with me when it comes to certain people in my family, where you can get guidance, right? And if it's something they want, oh yeah, they're in for it. They get excited and they're ready for it. But if it's not in a line with something that they want, they don't really want to hear it. They don't want to do the work for it, and it's pushed to the side. And it's just just as much as you put work into the things that you want, you also have to put in the work into the things that you need to fix. It's not always about what's on the other side, but it's the work that you need to do on this side before you can get what the other side is willing to give you. So, and I know there's one family member in particular where she's struggling with that. She's not doing the work. Her heart is heavy. She does things to try to get acceptance and this, that, and the third. And it's just she's going about it the wrong way, because you should know that you're already worthy. You're already enough. And like Shireen posted, if you're doing something kind for somebody, there shouldn't be an ulterior motive for why you're doing something. It shouldn't be, what you're going to do for me at the end of the day. It should be because you genuinely want it with no strings attached. That's why, honestly, most of my life, I don't ask people for help. Because I know some people really think that like that. So what? You think you did something for me out of the goodness of your heart that you think I'm indebted to you for the rest of my life? No. No. And if that was the case, I would have never asked you for the help to begin with. So if you're going to do something, be genuine about it and not looking for it for something in return. That's literally one of a pet peeve of mine, and why I'm really super super independent, which can come off sometimes as a trauma response because of what's affiliated with that and what it comes with. Because honestly, I don't need somebody telling me or running down the list of something that they did for me when I'm not that kind of person. If I'm not in a position to do something for you, I'm not gonna do it. Or I'm gonna tell you hey, for example, when it comes to borrowing money, for example, if somebody needs to borrow money and I'm telling you I can't give this to you, I'm letting you know hey, I need this back. This is not a gift or whatever. But if it's something that I know I could give and I give it and it doesn't return, and I'm okay with that, I'm good with that. Because at the end of the day, I did it because I wanted to, not because I needed something from you. So be careful for the people that you accept handouts from, and question, like, are they being genuine, or do they have ulterior motives, or do they have this, that if they do this one thing for you, that they're like all of a sudden you're enslaved to them, and they're expecting you to do like things they, whatever it is, as if you're supposed to show up for them in the same kind of way. For me, I'd rather not take the help if it comes with strings attached. It's different if I let you know, like, hey, can I borrow something, compared to, like, I need this from you and I don't know if I'm ever going to repay you back. Just be genuine in what you're asking for. And the other person, you need to evaluate if that's something that they're even genuine in, or if this is something that they're going to hold over your head. Okay? But yeah, when back to the readers, make sure that you're implementing the guidelines that they set for you, because there is a lot of abundance waiting on the other side for us. At the end of the day, we did not come down here to suffer. We did not come down here to live miserable lives. We came down here to learn and to live an abundant life. But in order to live an abundant life, like, that shit takes work. It takes work. That's like trying to make it seem like that spirituality is all love and light. It's not. It's not. In order for you to be a light, you have to be surrounded by darkness. So there's a lot of shit that you had to go through, grow through, fix, work on, for you to get to that point where you're just such a light being. You can move and flow through these cosmos and these obstacles that come into your life. Okay? So don't think it's just going to fall on your lap. And that goes for the collective as well. You're going to have to do something to save yourself. Like, it's just like thinking like you're just going to wait for Jesus to come down and save you. It does not work that way. You have to do the work yourself so you can order to save yourself. Meaning you have to do the spiritual work. Okay? It's not even necessarily physical. And I think that's something that gets like people confused. Like, oh, how do I prepare for what's to come? It's really not physical, like what you need to prepare for. It's really the spiritual aspect of yourself that you need to be preparing. Are you mentally, spiritually, soulfully aligned for what is to come? Because it's more a vibrational thing. So, for example, the things that you guys are about to see in this upcoming year, because the year has really not started. It starts during the spring. So when the new year actually starts, because it's already been shown in different places, the information has already been rolling out. This is the age of Aquarius, okay? So more will be revealed. More and more and more things will be revealed. So if you're not vibrationally, spiritually in alignment or in tune, you're gonna feel your life is gonna shake up in all aspects. It's gonna shake up. It's like we're shaking the table. So you have to be in alignment in order to really be ready for what's to come, because it's gonna be crazy. It's not everything that you think is a fairy tale. Everything that you think is made up. Sorry to burst your bubble, but that made up doesn't exist. They're showing you what's about to happen. So you think werewolves are fake. You think fairies, vampires, all these things, giants are fake. None of these things are fake. They just got you to believe in that illusion that it's a fairy tale to the begin with, but nothing's a fucking fairy tale. This is real life, and it's gonna happen in real time, where the veil can't cover you no more. The veil you can't be blinded by these things no more. It's going to be up front and center. So are you going to be ready for these vibrational changes that are coming? And if not, it's going to affect you. Not for the better. Like, you're going to get dragged in this shit. So prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Physically too. But make sure you're spiritually, like, you're going to need your intuition. You're going to need your discernment, because you're not going to have time to really ponder or sleep on these things are going to happen, because it's going to be happening instantaneously and it's going to be happening fast. Okay? So I need you guys to really do your grounding. I need you guys to talk to your ancestors. I need you guys to be conscious of what you're eating, what you're watching. Don't be traumatized by everything that you see, and don't like re-traumatize yourself by looking at certain things. I look at things totally different ever since I started like my spiritual journey. I'm looking for the signs and the messages when it comes to things. But there would be certain things that I will purposely not look into, because I just know you just want to traumatize me. And that's something in the black, like, melanated community that we are too attached to. Like, stop wanting to be the victim. Stop replaying these trauma things over and over just for you to get upset and enraged. That's another thing that you're going to have to be very careful about for this upcoming year. Be careful of your emotions and your rage, because it will take over you if you're not spiritually in tune and inclined to make sure that you're doing the work, that you're at peace, that you're centered, that you're not being impacted by everything that's going on, especially the negativity. Because everything is not all as it seems, but you have to use your first eye to be able to see everything that's right in front of you, because they do tell you what's happening. It's part of cosmic law, universal law. They have to tell you. And right now they're scrambling. A lot of things about to go down. So just be ready for these things that are about to start popping up. Don't be in shock, because you can physically go into shock. Why do you think there hasn't been a full disclosure yet? Because you guys are not truly ready for all of the information that's about to come out, because they know what that could do to you mentally, psychologically, and emotionally. It can elicit you to even get sick because of this shit, because it's gonna be too much that you're taking in at a time. So that's why they've been slowly giving to you guys in doses, but eventually the shit is just gonna come right smack in your face, and if it's like ready or not. So you have to do the work, and you have to, and if you go into readers that really, like, you know, where it's the messages are hitting, you have to do the work and take heed to what they're saying. You cannot be mad at the outcomes that where the outcomes don't come how it was said, when you didn't do the work in order to achieve those outcomes to begin with, right? Is that it? That might be it. I'm starting to get a headache anyways, and I feel like I really got the signs to not even be on here. But I think those are the two things that I really want to touch base on. Nothing is a fantasy. Everything is real life. It's the illusion that to think that it's a fantasy, but indeed it's a reality. And it's just like, I need to go watch that movie, Transformers, because that's really what's going on. So I'll add this last piece too when it comes to the spiritual community. I don't think enough is being talked about. Like, back to what I was saying, the spiritual work is being talked about as much as it should be. Because to be honest, again, the 3D, like the physical aspect of it, if you can get prepared in that way, sure. But is that like the main focus and the goal? No, it's really working on your spirituality. So if people are still debating about where the real Egypt is and what is not, like just historical shit and not like what you need to implement right here, right now in your life, like the real work you have to like literally do for yourself every day, you're focused on the wrong thing. I'm just going to say that here right now. You're definitely focused on the wrong thing if we're just still debating about certain information, because what's about to hit you, and the information that you're debating about is not even going to matter, because it's going to come to you forefront. So again, get your spirituality in tune so that when you are confronted with it, that you're ready for it. Because all this debate is for nothing. All of this information debate is really for nothing. The focus should be you, your spirituality, building a closer relationship with your ancestors, whatever other guidance, like the Orishas, goddesses, whoever it is that you're in connection with, the saints, the angels, whoever that you feel comfortable with, get in tune with that. because that's the discernment and the intuition you're going to need on your side in order to move correctly for what's to come. Everything else is just miscellaneous stuff that can be done. But what should take the forefront and precedence is you making sure you're in tune and you're building your connection with the spiritual side, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to maneuver through this stuff that's about to happen. I'm trying not to swear, but things about to go down. So you're really going to need that instead of being in fear. And how you not going to move in fear is by making sure that you're protected and your ancestors got you covered, because they know what's going on compared to you about to figure out what's going on. Understand where I'm coming from. So those were just my messages for today. If nobody told you, let me be the first one to tell you, I love you, Reflections. Thank you for those who tapped in. I never say this, but follow me on my YouTube. Maybe the spirits are coming in, because I always forget to say it, or it's not even in the forefront, because for me it's just about getting the message out. But yeah, follow me, subscribe on YouTube. DM me if you need any guidance as far as for spiritualness or like coaching as to like what to help you and to move in the right direction. If you need that, feel free to DM me and we can book something. But other than that, that was just my message for y'all, and I hope you guys have a great evening. And I'll see you guys next time.